Hey, what's up guys? This is Akshay from AS Learning, and today in this video we'll be seeing about generating synthetic data using Faker. Okay, so first before going into Faker and how we can do the different activities of Faker, let's first understand that where exactly can this library be a very good use case. Okay, so one of the thing is, let's say you are solving any use case, okay, and you are not getting a required set of data set which you really need for a use case. That you know that I need these kind of features to solve the use case, but you are not getting those, so you can generate those features, right? Okay, or maybe if you are getting some data set which is a standard data set and you know that I would need 3 4 features more with respect to some another thing, okay, then you can add those 3 4 features using Faker. Okay, one another scenario where Faker can be really handy is, we know that generally clients give us VMs when the project is outsourced, okay, and VMs are very slow, developers don't like to work on VMs. Okay, and because of like all this VM thing is introduced because of the data security in concern, right? Now what you can do is you can mask the data, and you can mask the data with the help of Faker, and then that can be used for modeling. Okay, right? So, and if let's say even if you want to create synthetic data, right? So why not use some any GPT-3 model or GPT-4 model, which are easily available to us, like Chat GPT and all. The problem with that is that clients' data are very sensitive. Okay, now you cannot share that sensitive data with the reinforcement learning of OpenAI, right? It would be a very bad decision. The security would get compromised. Okay, so in such scenarios also Faker comes really handy. Okay, right? So there can be some another scenarios also like this, like these were some which came in my mind, but the moral of the story is that Faker gives, in such scenarios it's a very good tool to have in your arsenal. Okay, now let's first start with the basics, like how to install it, how to use some basic commands. Then we'll see some other features which Faker provide, and some also another functionalities. And at last, I'll show you how to create a data set from scratch using Faker. Okay, yeah. So first things first, let's install it. I opened my collab and I installed your Faker. Okay, now now whatever now see, like if you want to generate anything, you have to create an object of Faker class. Okay, and such things like fake dot name. Okay, so these thing of name, like whatever you want to generate, right, these things are called as providers. Okay, like whatever you want to generate, let's say it's name, blood group, your phone number, salary. Okay, so whatever you want to generate in Faker terminologies, they are called as providers. Okay, and there are some standard providers, okay, which are provided by Faker, and there are some community providers which were developed by the community for Faker library. Okay, so what we'll do in the beginning is we'll be creating an object of this Faker class. Okay, and here I've generated a random name. Okay, as you can see that this name is a it's a English cultured name. Okay, Laurie King. Okay, so let's generate few more samples. Okay, now here I generated 10 more, and as you can see that the names are of English cultures, like Jeremy Newton, Richard Nelson, Eric Barber. Okay, they are the names coming from the Western culture. Okay, yeah. So in this way, you can generate any random name in Faker. Okay. Similarly, let's try to generate addresses. Okay. So these are how the addresses are generated. Okay. So even these addresses looks like they are coming from I guess United States only. KSPWVT. Like I really don't know. Like I think is this Massachusetts? Maybe. Okay. So these seems to be some kind of Western addresses only. Okay. Maybe from Europe or from US. Okay, then the next thing is we are generating a random text. Okay, so here we have generated random 10 text values. So is this text sentences which are generated sensible? Data expert 100 full deal teach letter. probably apply score democratic officer pick. Risk well close. Want author focus again? Majority read bring school if. Yeah, so it looks like the sentence formation is not proper. Okay. Yeah, we are getting words in place, but there is no semantics. The semantics is being missed. Market scientists full beautiful on world movement. Yeah, there is a semantic being missed in the faker.text. Okay, but you are able to generate some random filler text. Okay, like the way people use lorem and ipsum. Okay, in a similar way, you can think of that you are able to generate some filler text. Okay, now these were some standards, some standard providers like name, address, text. Okay, now next what we will be seeing is what are the different providers, like what are the different standard providers given to us by faker. So we will jump to faker documentation. Okay, so this is faker documentation, and now we will be seeing some standard providers. Okay, I need to go here. Yeah, so these are some standard providers which are given by faker. Okay, now you can use them. Okay, now you can generate addresses, automotive, bank, barcode, color, company, credit card, currency, date, time, emoji, file, geo, internet, all these things. Okay, and it is not just all these things. Okay, these are like the superset. Okay, now let me go depth into address. By using address, we saw that it gave me a full address. Okay, now let's say I don't want a full address, I just want pin codes. Okay, pin codes or some subsection of address. Okay, now here in this address standard provider, you can have many small things like building number, then you have city, then you have city suffixes, then you have country, you have country code, you have current country. You can see that there are so many options given to us, right? Postcode, street address, street name, street suffix. And in the similar way, with different standard providers, you will get different things here also. Let's see one another one. Okay, maybe let's see currency. I have not seen currency yet. Okay, so you're getting cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency code, cryptocurrency name. Then you're also getting some bank currencies. Okay, currency code, currency name, currency symbols, price tag. So as you can see that you are getting a lot of things, and you can use these providers to create the data set or any features the way you want it. Okay, now these were some standard providers which are given to us by the by the faker itself. Okay, by the faker team itself. Now we have some other community providers also which are contributed by the community to the faker library. You have air travel, biology, credit score, data sets, education, faker file, geoscience. Okay, so now if let's say if someone wants to curate some data set specific to any certain domain, so even these things come handy a lot. Okay, now let's say there's a healthcare data set, right? So you have biology, you can use that. Or let's say it's any financial data set, so you have something into the standard provider also, like you have currency and all these things. And you there are some other things provided by the community guys also, like market data. Okay, so a long short story, as per your domain, you are getting lots of options to create the data set the way you want. Okay, now the next thing we'll be seeing is localization. Okay, now we here saw that the data set which was generated was having a western impact on it, right? Western names, western addresses. Okay, but my requirement is not that. My requirement, let's say I want Italian. Okay, right? I want Italian, I want Japanese, maybe I want Indian, right? Right, so you can pass a localization parameter to the faker class. Okay, and accordingly it will generate you all these providers as per the localization provided. Now here it was Italian, so it is Italian. Let's say you provided it Marathi or Hindi. I'm not sure whether Marathi is supported, but I guess Hindi should be there. Okay, right? So you will be getting Hindi text. If let's say it is Japanese, so you will be getting Japanese text. Isn't it beautiful? So you are also having the power of localization with you. Okay, with the help of faker. Now the final thing which we'll be seeing is generating the data set from scratch using faker. But okay, let me cover this. Maybe I'll go on to that thing later on. Okay, so here what I'm doing is here I'm creating an employee data set. Okay, so I wanted employee name, I wanted employee address, employee phone number, and employee salary. Okay, right, so this is what I wanted for some basic data analysis task. Okay, so this is what I created: a function, I created a list. Okay, then I created all my these things. Okay, right, I created a this list of names, address, phone numbers using list comprehensions, and then I created a dictionary. Okay, and then I returned me my data frame. So this is how I created a data set of my own using Faker. Okay, here I've included just 10 rows. You can include as many rows as you want. Okay, yeah, so this is what we saw up till now. We saw Faker, we saw providers, standard provider, community provider, we saw localization, we tried some standard providers. Okay, and then we also created a data set of our own. Okay, now I would like to highlight on those points which I won't be covering up till now, like right. So there are some other things which I've not covered here in this video. Okay, so one such thing is this PyTest. Okay, so PyTest is a plugin which you can use for testing your scripts. Okay, with the help of synthetic data. So this is something which can come handy there. Okay, now the next thing is, let's say if you're not satisfied with the standard and community provider and you want to create your own provider. Okay, so Faker has given you that option too. You can import the you can extend the base provider class of Faker. Okay, and you can create the provider as per you want. But as somewhere I feel that this is not the necessity. Like if someone knows the kind of data set they want, I think it's there can be other ways to do it. This is just like adding some more layers to it. Okay, but let's say you have certain module which is highly Faker based. So I think there this is nice to have it. Like you are just plugging in some functionality by using those Faker thing only. Okay, then there is some other concepts like factory boy and Loresm provider. Okay, so this is also one of the way of generating your synthetic data itself with a different technique. Okay, and these are some basic things only, like setting up a generator and setting up some having some unique values only. Okay, so these are some basic things. Okay, so this is all what is there in Faker with us. Okay, so if you find, I think if you find anything useful or you felt that you learn anything new today, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. It really helps and motivate me to create and put more and more such effort into building such videos which can be helpful to you into your educational and in your corporate journey. Okay, so if you find anything helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the YouTube algorithm to spread the video more. Okay, and I'll say do watch other videos also. Okay, share it with your friends if you're interested to be a part of a WhatsApp community. Like we currently are a member of roughly 260 guys. Okay, so there's a link below in the description. You can be a part of it and maybe use that connection. Okay, for let's say a job application, internship applications, or your doubt solving, or any suggestions. Okay, and if you want to see this code, you can go to my GitHub. Okay, so that's it guys. I will just say peace out.